We do have live team coverage from the fire zone, and Marina Jerica is tracking those dangerous Santa Ana winds. We want to begin, though, with Tina Patel. Tina.
Good morning. We are along PCH on the south end of Malibu, and behind me is one of the places where fire crews from around Southern California are staging to kind of help swap out when some of the crews who have been working all morning need a break. If you look up in the sky, you can see that thick smoke that is basically blanketing the entire community of Malibu. The good news, though, this morning is we are not seeing the winds that we were seeing in the overnight hours, and we're not seeing as much of the active flame. It seems like a lot of that now has moved to the less populated areas in the hillsides. I want to show you some video from early this morning because this fire grew very quickly. It started just before 11 last night, and within a few hours, it had spread to more than 2,000 acres. Hundreds of people had to be evacuated, many of them in the middle of the night. The one thing that we can tell you is that sheriff's deputies tell us no one was injured in this fire. They said it seems like a lot of people did pay attention to those evacuation warnings, partly, some people tell us, because they have lived in Malibu before, they have lived through fires, they know how dangerous they can be. Also because there was a good warning about the red flag conditions, and people who were living in this area didn't necessarily expect there to be a fire, but they knew that it was very windy, so when they got that alert, they knew they only had minutes to pack up and go. We talked to one man who lived along Carbon Canyon. It does not appear that any of the homes in that area were damaged, but it looked very close, the fire on just one ridge over. Here's what he told us as he was packing up and getting ready to go.
I've seen it before. Actually, 20 years ago, the same area burned, so it came down this way, so it's pretty familiar. I've lived in Malibu for 25 years. This is about the third or fourth flyer. This is a pretty big one. I think that's why we need to get out of here, because it's spreading everywhere and there's not enough resources, clearly. And as you know, they're not going to bring the super scoopers until sunrise.
The good news now that it is daylight is we are seeing a lot of aircraft in the air, both helicopters dropping water and also those big scoopers and tankers. The winds have died down through much of the morning, and so the aircraft has been up there being very aggressive, trying to get a hold on this fire as quickly as they can. As we said, there were some homes that were damaged, but we don't have an estimate right now. What we have been told by firefighters is that the firefight overnight, was very aggressive, and they were able to save a lot of properties, and they're hoping that that will be the case as the day goes on. But we want to check in right now with Rick Montanez, because he is at one of those spots where you can see how close the building, or how close the fire came to buildings. Rick, what are you seeing where you are?
Yeah, Tina, we are on Civic Center Way, which is just down the street from Malibu City Hall. What we want to show you first, though, before we talk about these buildings, is that smoke plume that we've seen start to go up into the sky within the last 10 minutes or so, really starting to get a lot bigger. And you see it's a lot of gray smoke. We were seeing white smoke, which is the good news, but you see how a lot of that dark smoke's coming up. So that fire line on the other side of the ridge there, likely hitting some vegetation, some fuel to continue burning. But what we're seeing here, you see in the foreground, are those foothills here where the ground is absolutely charred, but those buildings in front of us, everything we can see has been saved, a testament to the work that fire crews were putting in overnight. So let's show you some more video from out here so you could see just how treacherous conditions were here. I mean, we were talking about very strong winds, big flames. Things were moving very quickly and changing at a rapid pace. So these fire crews really had a lot of things to contend with. Also, the rugged terrain out here, that did not help, and it being nighttime, certainly difficult for these fire crews to see everything around them as they continue their work. We were here this morning getting ready for our first live report in the 5 a.m. hour. When we were setting up on Malibu Canyon Road, we came across a Pepperdine student who was walking up the street by herself. She said she was trying to find her family who was there to pick her up, but she was nowhere near them. She talked with us about what it was like to be on campus during that shelter-in-place order.
It was really scary. Everyone is really upset and scared, and no one really knows what's going on, and we see all the windows and we see the fire and we don't really know what to do, and the Wi-Fi's out, the power's out, so I think
signal's so spotty here
yeah,
that's hard to communicate.
Exactly. So I think we're all just in a time of hectic and craziness.
Yeah, Helen there, a junior at Pepperdine, scared. She had never been through a situation like that. You're looking at the smoke plume continuing to burn for this fire here that has scorched a lot of earth here in Malibu since late last night when the fire first started. One of the things that we want to point out too is Helen said she had never been in a situation like this. She didn't really know what she was doing. She was trying to find her ride. We actually helped her get a ride. We took her down to the road closure where the CHP had PCH shut down so she can get out of the area safely. It's unnerving for a lot of people who are dealing with this for the first time. Certainly still scary at times for people like us who have been out here routinely. So just dangerous situation here in Malibu. Back to you.
You know, Rick, I know you've been out there for several hours all morning long. We had that scare with the students, and you were just talking about some people that live there, how terrifying this can be. What is it like right now with all those evacuations, 18,000 people, not many people around you? Does it seem like it's starting to calm down immediately around you when it comes to the fears?
Yeah, Ross, it's odd to feel the calm after so much chaos in those overnight hours. Sparkle, if you wouldn't mind going down and showing the fence here, we saw the flames move all the way up here. The good thing is we did not see a lot of people coming through here because they had evacuated from here. So, that's the important thing is when they give these orders, it's to get you out of the way as well so that fire crews can work. So when the flames came through here, they didn't have other vehicles to contend with. They didn't have people to get in the way. They were able to just get in place and put those flames out. And so at this point right now, we are seeing a calm through the area where we are, again, near City Hall. But again, we know that up in the mountains, that is where there is a lot of work still for firefighters.
Absolutely, Rick. Thank you so much.